A very warm good afternoon to our viewers. This is Shruti Anand, journalist at K12 News, and I'm very delighted being virtually present with Mr. Brandon Marcel.
Thank you, Shruti.
It's a pleasure, and we are really honored for your contribution in K12 Talks. Mr. Brandon Marcel is the co-founder and CEO of the organization It's Within, that is based out of Mumbai. So, Brandon, would you like to share a few points It's Within?
So basically, Believe It's Within is an organization working to help individuals build a can-do empowerment. By can-do
Okay.
empowerment, what we look at is giving you that empowerment that you can do whatever you want to. And it's within all of us. It's only that we need to stop focusing on all the negative or the weaknesses that we have. So as an organization, we focus on the positive, we focus on your strengths, and we try to empower you with those strengths of yours to achieve what you want. We also look into life coaching and skill enhancements. So that's what we are basically trying to empower you with a can do attitude.
Oh, that's really motivating and inspirational as well. So, from the point of view, as think that the students in this affected, and how individual is an individual is suffering.
I'm sorry, I didn't get you on that. Could you repeat?
Yeah. How do you think that the pandemic has affected the life of an individual?
Okay. So basically, when we look at the pandemic has caused a turmoil in everybody's life. Okay.
Okay.
Be it anybody at whatever stage of life or whatever walk of life. And when we look at the student and the teaching population, the education, they have been affected the most because it has turned around a lot of things for them. Primarily, the first challenge that we see that each of them is facing is with respect to connectivity.
Okay.
So, connectivity being one of the main concerns for all students. We don't have that good connectivity where students can stay connected for the duration of the class. At the same time, you have drops in the call and all those other effects. With connectivity, we talk about infrastructure that is also a major concern. The spaces we all stay in, especially in Mumbai or any of the metros, are very small. And with the entire household working from home, be it the parents and the students studying from home, it does create a lot of stress on bandwidth. So, connectivity and infrastructure are one of the main areas. Apart from that, yes, there is the lack of training of how to use technology. Everybody
Okay.
is willing to do it, but the ability and the skills are not available. So those things are there because when we went into the online mode, it was a sudden transition. We all started learning the hacks of the game while we were doing it. We did not get time to train ourselves before we go into the live mode. Apart from
Okay.
that, another major challenge that all of us are facing is health concerns, both
Totally.
physical and mental health concerns. Now, when we talk about physical health concern, one of the main strain or cause of concern for student is the screen time. Especially why I talk about screen time, Shruti, is because quite a lot of students are using gadgets, which are mobiles. So the screen is
Right.
either way a smaller screen. You're staring at that for quite some time, which will create a lot of issues, which will get use training to read what is on screen to continuously watch that. So there have been students who have started complaining about health issues there.
Okay.
Apart from that, there is also the mental health that needs to be looked at. Shruti. When we talk
Totally.
about mental health, there's anxiety, there's stress, because everybody is trying to do their level best. But while we are all working at doing the level best, there also needs to be consideration for the family life, for the work life balance, which is today, because of the pandemic, gone off control. So I think these are the few
Totally.
challenges.
I do agree with this fact. Also, there the balance which people were trying to set this pre-pandemic situation between their personal life and professional life is somewhat now there is no line in between actually, because people are working really hard and it has become a challenge for them, be it in any profession, be it in a corporate life, the government jobs, or the schools itself. It is very difficult for our teachers to maintain that. Yet they are working, and they are very well known as the warriors of the K-12 of the pandemic in this K-12 community. I hope you agree with it.
Yeah. So, in fact, honestly, everybody is doing their best. But now it's time for us to agree and appreciate the best. And now we need to start getting that balance in life. We need to
Right.
start working towards a cutoff. We need to start working towards a log off, whether it's in the corporate sector, the education sector, or any sector. Because if we continue for a longer time like this, it is going to throw a lot of things off. It is going to create a lot of other health hazards and also complicate other things in life. So there needs to be time so that people get that time to socialize, get that time to spend time doing things they like. That would give them an opportunity basically to take a break, to rejuvenate. Because if you're going to be logged on for 10 to 12 hours a day, or almost 12 hours a day, even if you're not logging, you're going to be doing work, it does tax you out. I agree.
Absolutely.
Now you're not
Yes.
traveling. So your travel time is down and all those things are there. But at the same time, when you're working from home, we also need to look at the consideration of you having other responsibilities. As a
Totally.
parent, as a mother, as a father, you have quite a lot of responsibility. And I'm sure you would agree that when you are working at home also, it's not only work. There is other household chores that also need to be done.
Absolutely. And that was just binded after the work timings. But as of now, it's like work and the household course, everything all together, and it is to be maintained perfectly, parallelly.
Yeah, that's what. So initially, while we are off to office, you either did it pre-office hours, post-office hours. But
Right.
now while
Right.
you are there, you have to. You cannot avoid. And while you're looking at each other, so that interaction is required.
Totally.
So
I
managing
do
that
agree
is
with
something
this.
that we need to look at.
Totally. So, as earlier we were speaking about the national education policies, what do you think that what are your ideas that can be implemented so that there could be a progress where, in the school sessions and how the classes are going on, how it can be implemented, and what can the changes be made?
See, when we look at the national education policy, it is a welcome change. I think a change
Hmm.
that was much awaited. It
Okay.
was something that we have been looking at. The private sector or the private players that are there in the market have already began their work in that area. Now that the
Right.
government is coming into that sector and trying to get it like a standardized, but at the same time, we are still a huge population that is still very mark oriented.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that we need to do is get people to understand that the new education policy is going to be treating kids as individuals, kids with capabilities to perform well, to have who will have skills, and the skills that need to be honed rather than what we look at today is what the percentage is.
Okay.
The major thing that we need to look at when we're rolling out when we're looking at implementation of the new education policy should be the implementation at the huge population that we have, even on the teaching fraternity front. We need to ensure that first there is a partnership between the private and the public sector so that there is going to be a common standard across. We need to have a proper implementation, proper training prior to taking the prior to implementing and delivering that curriculum that we're looking at. And when we're
True.
looking at training, it's not only just training run of the mill, but training and ensuring that it is understood. What is the logic behind the objective of why we are moving towards a more student centric approach? why we are moving towards more a skill development approach. So looking at that becomes very important. So getting people to understand that, getting training done is what we are looking at.
Absolutely. So, what are your ideas when it comes to socializing and the discipline that we used to learn in the schools and the punctuality, the morning assemblies? Because these were the basic things that we learned while we were in the schools. So, what do you want to say about that? How are the students dealing with this?
So when we look at punctuality, discipline, and socializing, yes, it has taken a new turn, but it is still there. Now
Okay.
that is the art of every teacher of how she implements it. Punctuality today can for students could be seen from the point of how they log in for their session. Are they
Okay.
logging in on time? Yes, there should be give them considerations for the internet connectivity issue, but those cannot be an everyday concern. Then we need to get that checked. A communication needs to go to the parent if it's happening every day. So when
Right.
we look at punctuality, there are minor things that we can look at. When we look at discipline, yes, discipline, respecting the speaker while we are on call, being part and ensuring that you raise your hand, you mute yourself, ask questions, do not interrupt anybody. So discipline can still come in. Discipline from the point of submission of your work, of your activities that are due, of participating in class, all these things can create into your discipline. And when we look at socializing, yes, that is one thing that we all miss, and students are missing it big time. Now, how can we get this implemented online? We can give students some 5 minutes at the end of the class to spend some time talking, or create groups offline where they can interact, give them group work where they can communicate off class hours to work together. There could be a lot of other things, playing games, having competitions online, wherein you look at the way of getting them to interact with each other.
Right, that is very well said. Along with these, I understand that there have been many challenges, and yet the students are dealing with it. How about the challenges of the teachers? As in the beginning, you mentioned that there are the challenges. Could you please specify that these have been the challenges for the teachers, and this is how they have been tackling them?
See, one of the biggest challenges I see for teachers is maintaining their work life balance. And I
Okay,
understand it's a big transition for them, wherein they're moving from teaching in classroom to doing it online.
okay,
Now, when we talk about online, I know there is a stress to have presentations ready and have things that can work online. But at the same time, I think we can also work at other strategies of teaching online without presentations,
okay.
teaching students or trying to give away the control to students, getting students to do presentations, getting students to do pre work, reading, research, and having a discussion on those topics. This could reduce the burden on the teachers, and at the same time, it will help develop skills in students, skills of research, analysis, communication, working in groups. So this will work and benefit both sides. We need to start we need to start trying these things, because then only will we know whether it's being successful or no. Or else the teacher is going to get burdened because she is going to be replanning all her lessons that she has been teaching for so many years.
Right. So I agree upon these points. It has been a task for the teachers, for the students as well, for this to deal with this pandemic. Any mantra that you would like to share with us? How exactly we can keep ourselves motivated for our viewers?
So the first mantra that I follow in the pandemic is, I know negativity is there everywhere. Try avoiding reading negative stuff or brooding over that. When you know
Okay.
somebody is going towards the negativity, you can hear it. God has given us 2 years to listen to one and take out the other one. You don't need to
Right.
stay with negativity. And the second thing I would suggest is that since we are so much with the screen, I would suggest that we need to ensure that we stay hydrated, And
Mhm.
every time that you are watching the screen, there's this 20-20 rule. So every 20 minutes, look away for 20 seconds, look far, at least 20 meters away, trying to divert your eye. As
Okay.
frequently as possible, trying to blink and stay connected. Talk to people, communicate. Because the
Right.
more you try in this difficult time to keep everything to yourself, I know it's a struggle, but if you communicate, it will help you understand. It will help you get a point of view from somebody else, help you just vent out what is there. And that is important at this time.
Absolutely, very well said. I hope I myself, first of all, will apply these mantra because keeping out the negative is very much needed. And obviously, hearing from one and moving it out from the other ear is very much needed when it comes to negative thoughts and everything. Thank you so much, Brandon, for your wonderful thoughts and your words of wisdom. I am myself very motivated and inspired after this session. And I thank you on behalf of our K-12 News team for your contribution in K-12 Stocks 2020. It's an honor. It has been an honor to communicate with you and you being sharing your views. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shruti. It was a pleasure being part of this. Thanks.
Thank you. And to all our viewers, thank you so much for viewing. And I hope you must have noted down the pointers. And I hope we can apply this in the live the mantras that have been shared by Brandon. For any more suggestions, please drop your comments and stay tuned. We'll be right back with some more interesting sessions. Thank you so much. Thank you, Brandon.